Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Analogue, a hate story. Probably between these two AIs. I don't actually know yet. I assume that. I could be wrong. So, Sojin, how can anyone manage this? I do not know. Whenever I am with you, I feel as though there's so much pressure to be perfect, to not let you down, as if every hour of our being together is like a marriage interview with an emperor. And yet I can't stand it when you're gone. All I can think of all day is how I could hold your attention for next time. Ooh, a little sultry, a little actual love breeding. The night you snuck over knowing my husband was out, oh shit! I was so terrified. You just suddenly appeared on my doorstep, your face veiled as if you were a noblewoman, and I knew I could hardly turn you away. Do you know why I immediately went to make you tea, making you wait in the other room? To give me a chance to calm my nerves, of course. I was surprised to realize you were just as nervous as I, so I knew I could take advantage of that. Cool, those are words. I put both cups on the same side of the table and sat cross-legged. Come, I said, sit with me, and gestured. You were so graceful in sitting on my lap. Nice. Your small body, just the right size. I saw that even you couldn't help but blush, and so we drank tea together. But halfway through, you put your cup back down and turned away so you were facing me, our heads just inches apart. You whispered, "Forget about the tea," and clasped my free hand, your tiny fingers intertwining with mine. You kissed me, so softly. Up until that point, I had been so worried trying to figure out what I should do. Was I playing the man's role, or were you? But after smelling the scent of your breath and tasting the sweetness of your lips, how could I possibly ignore the passion stirring enough to care about such things? I put my cup down, took you by the chin, gently, pushing you away. Oh, what longing and uncertainty was in your eyes at that moment. Beautiful, Hannah. I smiled as I stared back on them, intoxicated with the fact that I had now that I had you now literally under my thumb. I unclasped our hands and undid the bow of your blouse, watching your lips quiver as I pulled open the flap covering your small breast. Oh, we're getting very raunchy today. Running your fingers along the edge, I admired how soft they were, so perfectly shaped. Are you sure? You started to ask, but I silenced you with that kiss you were so eager for. You shivered as I enjoyed the taste of your mouth. You were so anxious when I stopped and turned you back around once more. Will you sing for me? I whispered into your ear. You nodded and referred to your trade? And referring to your trade said, I'd love to write you a poem, Sojin. Oh, Sojin. I responded, putting my hand up your skirt. Damn. Your poetry is beautiful, but hardly what I meant. Then I clasped your breast with my spare hand, delving deep with the other. Wow, what is happening? And held you so very tight while I admired the loveliness of your voice. Aw, that's incredibly adorably sweet. And I wish more people loved each other that way. Yeah. That one is just, wow. Anyway, I'll let you get back to reading. You're trying to incite some sort of argument from me, I mean, they're fucking in love. They're just two women, you know? Chill the fuck out. Alright, unread letter 4. Anna, you know the first thing that they teach you about this role is? Of course you do. I told you all about it. The first thing they teach you is to never fall in love. Nobody'd ever actually say, make sure you're in control, but that's the only way it'll ever work well. I'm supposed to be the one making people fall for me. Love is for men stupid enough to buy me out from the Emperor, not for me personally. I know exactly how you managed to do it, but Sojin, you got me all the same. You know, they teach us poetry because if you appeal to men's vanity and seem a little bit clever, it's a good way to hold on to them. Get them to keep paying with the flattering kind. Sincerity never really factors too much. You abandoned line from one... What? An abandoned line from one I've been trying to write for you. You grab my heart just as tightly as you grab my breast. Too trite. Way too trite. It's true, but I'm not going to dump such a lousy metaphor on you. For you absolutely deserve sincerity. It was nothing to do with vanity, and everything to do with the fact that I really do totally, truly love you. It's not sexual. I mean, it is sexual too. I still get hot thinking of how you had your way with me and how I want to return the favor. But it's not just that. It's that you understand me, that you listen to me. I can pour my heart out in front of you. I can cry in front of you, and you get it. You don't feel bad. You don't feel pity. You don't use it as an excuse to manhandle me. You just get it, and come for me by being there and listening. I love you, Sojin. I'm not supposed to, but I really do. Alright, well, let's see what you have to say, friend. Oh, I love you. Wow, just wow. You know, I kind of feel pity for her. She probably really did think that was actually love. Which is just, come on, how uneducated can you get? Anyway. I guess you want to see more now, right? Sure. That's really just the shocking details you've seen so far. Here's the part where things actually get scandalous. I've added 3 more entries. Okay, one moment. I want to close the window so people outside don't comment. Oh, come on! Show me this fucking one. Alright, my art is blank. My art is that of lies and lying. And of both, I have much practice. I've said to men, I love you, falsely. I've suffered pain, but smiled in pleasure. But the hardest lie I've ever told was that I could live without you. Aw, that's so nice and wholesome. Oh, Sojin. Why is there so many pages for everything? It was only after I finally started to become comfortable with you, confident that you were really mine and that I didn't have to work to impress you, that things got complicated. My husband had left for the day, and you were still lingering, having spent the night with him, but it was for me that you had a new love poem, and I undressed you while you sang it. When you were done, you clung to me, stripping me in turn while I simply kissed you and ran my hands from your tiny waist to your smooth ankles. And soon enough, it was fucking stricken from YouTube. We were both naked. At first, I had felt so uncomfortable exposing my body like that to you, as if you'd see it then finally realize how old I am. But you never did seem to mind, not as you placed soft kisses on my breasts, nor as you straddled me with your legs around my waist and arms around my neck. Hot damn. So entranced was I that at that moment, that I never heard the footsteps outside, we had just started to kiss when the door suddenly opened. What a scene to walk into. There my husband was, in the doorway, his courtesan and wife naked together, mouths still connected by a strand. Gross. For a moment, nobody said anything. In that time, I felt terror, and never before in my life, Sang-min is not a gentleman, and while he'd hardly ever raised his hand to me, I was so overwhelmed with horror that he might hurt me, or even worse, that he might hurt you. I had seduced you, but not in that moment. I realized if he did try, there was nothing I could do to protect you. But just as we were stammering our "I'm sorry, sirs," he just laughed and laughed. "I'm sorry, sir. Sir, my husband, sir." Well, he said, ogling us with that cold stare of his. "I'm certainly paying for enough of you two." Paying you enough for 2. Then he walked over and raised his hand. I stared in terror, but all he did was pat you on the head, as though you were a child. I don't know what she told you, but you don't have to pay any attention to her. Easier to just ignore her, really. All you could do was start to stammer, "I wanted to." We were both so afraid, but he just laughed and shrugged. "Whatever," he said, as he passed through the other door. Neither of us knew what to do, other than climb off each other and scramble to cover ourselves back up. While we both clumsily tried to dress ourselves, Sang-min walked back through the room once more, carrying a satchel. He'd forgotten it for work, I suppose. "Don't have to stop at my account. If you ask permission, you can do whatever the hell you want," he said. Then he laughed again. "Don't know what you think you're even going to do, though. Aren't you two missing something?" I wish he had struck me instead. It would have hurt me far less than what he said, or what you had to watch me do. Ooh, something's going on. Aren't you missing something? You know, the man penis. Just imagine that scene, her and the whore pleading with her husband, being mocked like that. What do you make of that? They had it coming. No, fuck off. I know, right? I mean, really, what an awful, pitiful scene. I'm not saying he didn't have the right to say those things. Of course he did. That is his prerogative. Oh, apparently I can't read that word. And sure, she was a bad wife. But still, even if he had the right, that is a shitty way to treat her. Well, good to see you swear. He should have been a better man than that. Just, really, what a pathetic scene. Just absolutely pathetic. You should have been ashamed, not laughing. Just no sense of shame. You really like to repeat yourself. I'm glad you think so, too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to reading. Well, I mean, I sort of don't. I think many other things, but, you know, binary choice. I had to go with the one I more relate to. Okay, let's see here. Unsent letter 6. And 7. Okay. Block 2. It's so unfair. Why couldn't you have been born a man instead? Sure, you'd lose your beauty and the gentleness I love about you, but at least you'd be able to do something, and Sangming would be jealous instead of thinking you as completely unthreatening. I just know you want to be able to stand up for me, and it's killing me to see that you're powerless to. Right now, he's happy to keep me around, you know. It gets him off to have something to hold over his head, over my head. I had no idea you were so lustful that you'd even settle for a woman, he says. What does that imply about what he thinks of men? Oh man, you'd settle for a woman? Clearly, if you're going to be the superior man, you have sex with other men. That way you're only superior. You know, that's... If you're gonna be sexist, go all out. Don't fucking be stupid about it. God damn it. Right now he's happy to keep me around. Oh, right. He said, what's that like? I don't know. You fucking do it, idiot. The worst part, I know that the only way to keep seeing you is to play along. Oh, well, you know, for a girl my age, I respond, and press my hands against my face. You know, 26. To look like I'm embarrassed, I'm just playing. It's not the same without, you know, I trail off because he thinks it's so cute when I'm too ashamed to say the word cock. Poor girl, he says as he roughly gropes me, and I force out all those soft moans and gasps to make him think that he's really making me happy, and I say awful things, love. I say such awful things about you. It kills me. It just kills me. And then I beg just to see more of you. I don't know what leaves a worse taste in my mouth, him or those words. What else can I do? I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, Sojin. Well, mine worked too. I know the last time I talked with you, all I did was cry. Thanks for not asking. It's just so hard to hold it in while smiling cutely for your husband. You have the worst fate ever, don't we? We do. I mean, I'd agree so, yeah. That is pretty fucking horrible. Well, yeah. I guess you probably also find that sort of thing cute, right? It's okay, I guess. I mean, I don't. That's why a smart man stays the hell away from holes. Description is just what they do. Deception is just what they do. Well, that's women in general, I guess. Now that I think about it. Why are you like this? Aren't you a female AI? Still, I bet if he'd read what she'd written there, he'd never have wanted to sleep with her. Anyway, I'll let you get back to reading. Whoa! Zoomed out expression. Alright, let's fucking continue this shit show. Block 2, block 4. Oh yeah, I think I read that one. Last time we spoke, I poured wine for you, rather than the usual tea. It seemed as though you needed it. I held you tight while you drank, petting your hair and wiping every tear to drop from those deep, sad eyes. He's going to get bored eventually, you had said, and though I tried to comfort you, we both knew it'd be true. I could try pressuring him to buy you, I had offered. It was our only option, really. If he didn't, you'd simply return to your service of the government, to be rented out to who knows who, and we would never meet again. Thanks, you said. Do you think he'll listen? You asked. I wish nothing more than to be able to lie to you, to say that of course I did, that it would be all right. No, I said, I couldn't. We sat for a long time in silence. Finally I said, even that would be worse than you deserve. He owns me, and see how I'm treated, I wish you could have far better. Oh, it's okay, I was supposed to be like, there's no thing here, but yeah, that's a thing you can do sometimes. Sorry, you said, please don't be. All of this is my fault. If I had just been a good wife and left well alone, all this heartbreak could have been avoided, I said, trying to calm you. But you only cried more. When you had no more tears left, you spoke again. What about the other courtesan he bought? The real mother of Minhai. What if you blackmailed him? If only. I would do it gladly for you, but the royal family knows already. I shot off my mouth in front of Mute once without thinking, and soon enough it was my own fault too. Oh, look at that fucking cocky smile that I just learned information about. Oh, you said. What if I gave him a son, you suggested, even though I knew how appalling the thought was to you, and I couldn't help but laugh when I thought of why it would never work. Oh, Hannah, I said. Do you think the reason I've never gotten pregnant was for lack of trying? I stroked your cheek. In the months you've been with them, has your period been disrupted even once? No, you said. As you realized what I was saying, it would never work. As tears fell from your eyes once more, you started to laugh too. I figured it was just, all chance. I shook my head. No, child, in the first year of marriage, that is chance, I said, laughing sadly. Whether he's too proud or too stupid to realize, I know not, but one child in 11 years of marriage, that is not chance. That is an impotent man raising someone else's daughter. You looked at me, realizing the plan was doomed. There aren't any real men in this house, are there? You said, finally. We laughed and laughed. Your future so sadly uncertain. Ah ha ha ha. Alright. I'm sympathetic to her and all, I really am, but... Look, I still had to tell my mistress all about it. I couldn't just hide that. And frankly, I don't think she would have been gossiping about it, not least of all to a whore. Doing unspeakable things to her, well, that's messed up. But it only affects herself. But telling the whore about her husband's failings, that's just reckless. That could harm the whole family. Well, not that the family needed any help cementing its ruin at that point. But it's the principle of the thing. It's still wrong. Anyway, I'll let you get back to reading. I mean, okay, that's the end of block 2. Block index. Is there anything new anywhere else? Doesn't seem to be. Okay, no. I finished up block 2. Let's try block 4. Since I have read these things, I just don't know your opinion on them. Okay, when her family went in decline, I just wanted to be perfectly clear. Something. This has been in motion for years now. There's inevitability. Return. Yeah. Part of the thing. Blah, blah, blah. 3 drunk brothers. Yep. An unmarried noble managing to drink his way into the grave at only 30 years of age would be embarrassing enough. To brazenly try and hide the obvious, however, that will mark the beginning of the Smith family's fall. So yeah, that's interesting. Men dying at 30, that's unheard of. That's embarrassing. But women at 26 are of old age, so, that implies quite a few things. Gotcha, you want to hear about the Smith family? Oh yeah, you're going to love this. Those people had problems like you would not believe. Technically, I belong to the Ryu family, but, well, I spent a lot of time keeping up on the Smith family's gossip. They used to be the most important noble house, above even the Kims, you know. So I know a lot about them. What sort of things do you want to hear about? The general history. Oh, sure, it's all really fascinating stuff. Problem is, somebody encrypted it all in such a way that I can't actually access it at all. No way I can. Captain's orders, and unfortunately, I'm literally incapable of disobeying. But if you had admin access, and you can get them yourself, just type decrypt block 3 from the console. I'm writing that the fuck down, because otherwise I'll forget that shit. I gotta spell it right. Crypt block 3. There we go. Space between decrypt and block, but not between block and 3. For the console, that'll open it up. Alright, I'll go do that. Oh wait, no, wrong button, go back. No, I want to go back to the console. Alright, use override terminal. There we go. Now I need to get admin access. Let's see here. Where does it say... Okay, first of all, help. Whoa, there's new shit! Reactor, PSS, copy, power control, decrypt. Okay. Decrypt. Decrypt block 3. Block successfully decrypted. Hey! Okay, I just want to quit now. Okay, go to the fucking log documents. Oh, you got something to say, huh? Okay, looks like you've gotten the decryption sorted out. Great! I can, in fact, see everything in that block now. Where did you even get admin access from, anyway? Only the Ryu family was supposed to have that. It's not like you and I could tell an unauthorized person. Weird. Utterly weird. Anyway, I've got them. So here you have it, the sorted, sealed files of the Smith family. Sure. Block 3. Oh, shit. Hey, even more things. Okay, alright, I'm getting it. Unsent letter 7, followed by brought home, which was the year 311. Oh, this is far earlier. Okay. I'm gonna go reactivate Hyun I. I'm gonna go back to the terminal here. Oh shit! What's the end of the episode? So I'll do this and then thing. Okay. Enable _ AI. Hyun I. Okay. Let's try this out. Hi, welcome back. You're still here. Well, I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. I guess I was wrong about what you were looking for. Well, why don't you show me something related to what you're interested in, and I'll try to help as best I can. I'm sorry, it's just hard. It's just hard to guess, as you can tell. I'm genuinely curious if I was supposed to have done this at this point, but hey, I'm here now. Anyway, that'll have to be it for this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. You've been great too, and you have yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.